Real high integrity in business and in delivering like a love and spiritual product for exchange of value in a way that like I've never seen anyone work before. We've got 500,000 thank you letters over 30 years of the course. I just had 2 anarchist type people that were clients of mine come to the course 2 weeks ago. It was the largest course ever. It was over 1,000 people. It was a huge picture with tons of love and energy. It's truly the education that the world needs. I have the most reverence and respect for this group of people versus any other group of people I've ever worked with. They are truly like the Jedis, that I'm aware of at this moment. It's probably, it's more women there than men, but like not that much. And it's a really like loving, chill, compassionate, caring vibe. So I had 2. I had a wife. Good. Oh, dude, awesome, man. October 28th through November 5th is the next one. I'm going to give you guys some websites here for folks listening online and you folks taking notes. So 3 websites. So number 1 is 2. You guys can look at 2 on your own. The third one you should go through with me is actually the one that you guys put on the welcome little video, which was so cute. I love the little welcome video. I need to get better at my own video. So Avatar EPC. Okay, so that's avatarepc.com, and that's a media site. That's Harry Palmer's site. He's the creator of the course, one of my favorite entrepreneurs and authors. Then you have www.theavatarcourse.com, and that is schedule and a bunch of information. Then the one we go through together, with either in a group setting or just on your own. I make time for people who want to look at the tools and plant the seed for free for like 45 minutes, basically whenever people ask, for a free info hour. And that's avatarintro.com. We go through that together. Okay, so those are 3 websites for you guys. I end every presentation and speech on stage with the compassion exercise. So we'll do the compassion exercise together as well when I finish up with you guys. So really, that was the biggest single tool, Kareem, to to impact, especially like having experiential tools to create the life I want, okay, and to be in alignment in all these areas. It's also the Sangha. Sangha means spiritual family, so it's a group of, it's a stable reference point, like Francis was talking about. Things are changing so often, so it's a stable reference point where there's just always the same loving people I've been working with for years. I've been helping my students be more happy. It's like so beautiful, man. It's like Mr. Rogers, man. It's like, it's wonderful. Like,
awesome. Yeah, but Mr. Rogers is creepy.
Neighbor?
I mean, I shouldn't say that because
I just mean a kind place of learning. Yeah, I don't know anything about what that guy did.
See, I grew up watching like stuff like that when I was a kid, and when you look at stuff you watched as a kid as an adult, like especially stuff like Sesame Street and all that, I was like, man, whoever made this was on LSD.
Yeah.
Because during that time, I know a lot about the history of the people who made that show, and I could go into that for hours. But yeah, cool. A lot of them were on drugs when they wrote that. And
cool. Yeah, you definitely a sore spot. It's where you have more knowledge.
Well, it's got to be something because that was an extremely eccentric show for a kid's show. And then Mr. Rogers was just, that was weird. I always had a creepy feeling about that dude when I was young.
I'll make sure I never quit. I never put this to you.
Hey, I used to watch those shows. Come on. Don't pick on my Rogers.
I'm not. He gave me a creepy vibe, Carl. That's all.
Oh, I believe that because he gave me one too. But there was also a show called The Friendly Giant.
That one was cool. Yeah, I remember that one.
Reading Rainbow. How about Reading Rainbow?
Oh, that
one. How about that one? Is that one okay? Or we're gonna make fun of that one too?
No, that one was actually pretty cool.
That one's okay. Yeah, okay.
I like educational stuff for kids.
I mean, Sesame Street really did give, the alphabet, the numbers.
Dude, there was black. Listen, man. Hey, like, let's call a spade a spade. Like, the postal service, is totally corrupt today, and doesn't compete with FedEx or the other one, and is sponsored by subsidies and taxpayer dollars, that kinds of stuff. But that was a place where this is the first place where melanin and people, like myself, how I looked, this current iteration of this turn on the earth, where they could have full-time jobs like in the 50s, man, and do it. And Reading Rainbow was a place where and Sesame Street, where kids could watch something that taught them stuff, and where they could learn, man. I mean, it's crazy, all the mind control and programming that's happened with television now, dude. Like, television used to be a place of learning and safety. And dude, this is another insight from my 3 weeks in the States. Because I have been in the Netherlands for 15 months. Okay, so I skipped the transition to Trump's America, right? So I have not been there for.
Well, you haven't missed out on too much except
total media, indoctrination takeover.
You haven't missed out on much except a circus. That's really
all that's happening. But seriously, you know what I noticed? Like, I'm very observant. I study people and just being more appreciative and stuff like that.
I mean, George Soros circus. Oh, you don't know him, do you? George Soros?
George Soros?
He's the one that put ads out on Craigslist for people to go out and have these.
George Soros.
Clients.
George Soros. I've traded with his firm. I still know women on my Facebook page. I have I'm kind of like the nicest anarchist on Facebook. So I have an amazing number of rich status and a successful status on my Facebook page. It's fucking crazy.
Oh, yes, he's a billionaire. Oh yeah.
So I traded against with his firm. He was a client, and I talked with a woman, who's still my Facebook friend now, who doesn't work for him there anymore, but I mean, she worked there and stuff. And dude, this guy and people like that, the dark occultists, the indoctrinators, the deep state, collaborators, whatever you want to call them, man. Just the best thing is to call them is the deep state. Everyone above the government. Everything we don't see.
Okay, cool.
This is the best word. Just say deep state. If you want to say shadow government, that's also okay. But just don't make up too many words, and confuse people and stuff. Just focus on the principles and stuff, like natural law, self-defense principle, non-aggression principle, things like that. But, in fucking Germany, man, you have, they only have, 85, 86 million people, right? That's a big number. And they have a big number of people in a small area. Germany is not that big, dude. It's not as big as Texas, okay?
No, it's not.
Germany is I think the largest country in Germany in land in area, or France is maybe a little bigger, I don't remember. Germany has more people, it's just more efficient than the Germans. And so, dude, they brought listen, you guys know Lauren Southern, blonde that Luke Lukaski has been dating?
Oh, yeah.
You guys know Lauren Southern. Everybody knows Lauren Southern. That girl's got 100,000 social media followers. Lauren Southern, I was like, what in the world? I missed her speech at Acapulco. Oh my goodness. She made a great video about the refugees and stuff. The Germans brought in 2 million more people. Their whole system of real estate is destroyed. Dan, to your point about George Soros, there's no housing. They're taxing their own people into sterility because they don't have enough money to have children. It's too expensive for their intelligent German people.
Yeah, you have.
They use their tax dollars to bring in refugees and give them welfare. It doesn't matter what you think about any of these cultures. It doesn't make any sense. It's totally insane. This is happening in the world, dude. You guys have to insulate yourself. You have to make investments and take steps to get yourself away from these fucking tidal waves, because they're gonna land on people, guys. And if they land on you, you're gonna be fucked. With a dick big enough for an elephant. The same way that guy in the movie The Firm, when that Tom Cruise said. I'm telling you guys, it's serious, dude. The time is now, man. I tell people all the time, dude, we have a few years.
I know, we don't have a lot of time left, man. That's what I keep telling people, and they think I'm crazy.
Don't think.
Well, if they keep setting off rockets over in Korea, they're have to blow that whole Korean airport.
They're trying to keep everyone totally afraid and in not.
It's not a tsunami.
Oh, they're trying to, yeah.
You know. Okay, so tune out of that. Kill your TV and only watch like Black Mirror and just otherwise read Zero Hedge to make sure there wasn't a nuclear attack. And otherwise work on your own art, man. Lose the weight. Give more love to your wife. You know, start having sex again. Give love to your kids. Make some extra money. You know, figure things out for your own self.
You know, that's
way more important, man.
Yeah.
That's really way more important now.
Yep.
And for your, I think the same thing to do for your focus is 2 to 3 years. You know, that's the same thing. We have 2 to 3 years. It's plenty of time to get more silver, to get more crypto, to get more gold, to get more food, to get more water, to get more lower body fat, to have better relationships, and all that stuff. So let me plug the coaching, guys, for anyone who just wants to get involved, who's watching after the fact, or you fine folks here. So the coaching for now costs a little bit less than Avatar course. Avatar course is 9 days, okay, to be more happy and spiritually awake. Coaching is 9 weeks, okay, it's for liberty-minded people to get drastically unstuck and flowing into better shape and spirit. Okay, so it's working great for people. I used to sit in front of 5 computer screens, 4 computer screens, and buy, sell, all day, okay, on Wall Street with talking on the phone with capital markets and, you know, the traders and other traders and salespeople and brokers and interdealer guys and all, you know, investment bankers and all the different people and, you know, folks, you know, from shooting and blah, blah, blah. And now I just talk on the phone, you know, helping people get unstuck. So the 3 areas will help people. I've got an assistant coach who's got a fantastic skill set in natural medicine, homeopathy, in the areas of health, relationships, and business, finance. So those areas will help people get unstuck. Again, coach and guide, and you know that's what I've got to share with you guys. Definitely, you know, check out those websites. Sure. You know, if you're interested in coaching, then just send me a private message on Facebook. You can follow me there. I think I have 5,000 friends right now, and I'm not sure if I want to keep deleting people or just, you know, have people follow me and send a private message. I think that's easier. I just like having everything in one place, and Messenger's great, or private message if you don't want to delete Messenger and share your info with, yeah, dude, send me a Facebook request, man. You can follow and send a private message. Yeah, dude. So that's
Adam, how do you get in touch with you? You have it written down your Facebook page
I'll give you
website.
We got it right now, man. We're just doing all the closing info. I got all the info coming for the investments and all the stuff. You know, I'm also I do crypto consulting. You know, as part of the wrapping into the overall.
Bill, if you're on Facebook, I can give you Adam's profile.
It's literally coming right here, dude. I'll put it in the chat right now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, it's all good. Skype, you know, it's easy.
Oh, I don't have you on Skype yet.
Yeah, dude. You know, open all the doors, man. Sometimes you're trying to do a video call with a client, and I have energy. I got a little bit of crap on here, but I think I can take just a tiny little bit for some energy. I'm awake here with you gentlemen at 2:30 and lady, and Francis is still there, I'm not sure. 2:30 a.m. my time, but it's cool because I work USSA hours sometimes. So
USSA.
It's all good. Instagram. And you know, here we go. Yeah. And yeah, I'm happy to answer questions for whatever you folks have got. Twitter. Anybody on Twitter?
So Adam, where did you say you're in?
I live in the Netherlands. I've been in this
I'll be right back. I gotta use the washroom.
Take your time, man. I've been in the Netherlands for 15 months, and I live in Amsterdam now. So I'm in the capital city, and Amsterdam is beautiful. Man.
So what time is it there?
2:30 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm committed, and I have more energy than you, and then other people, because I have superior eating habits and muscles and power. So I can just do stuff like this and be in service.
Adam, you have more energy in your little finger than any 10 people I know of.
That's what I share with the folks willing to make low 4-figure investments to either be more strong and powerful, or be more happy and connected to themselves.
You just eat them up and spit them out.
Cool. Well, it's more about loving and appreciating people one person at a time. But yeah, that's. but yeah, sure. I do. It's funny on the little intro video. The guy said, Kareem put Avatar Master at the Avatar course, Adventure Guy at the Avatar course, and personal development guru, and that word guru is like, no, guru, like no, man, don't get addicted to me.
That does make you kind of.
That's
I'm not one of the masses. I'm one of myself.
Yes. No, but anyway, it's all about both of the things I do are.
See you in the morning. All right, we'll do. You have a good night's sleep.
Good night, guys.
Sleep. Have a good night's sleep. Okay.
I'm waiting around just to get your information.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Don't leave without leaving your contact information.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? I left that message privately. Hold on, to everyone. Let's go, everyone. There we go. Sorry.
Thank you. Yes.
Great. There we go. Okay,
Thank
cool.
you.
So the first
now
thing is on
you can rest well and enjoy and go to a higher consciousness.
Cool, no problem. Yeah, what I was saying to finish really quickly, Francis. It's just lovely. You're like a lady in Titanic, man. It's the Hope Diamond. Now I feel like you were wearing the Hope Diamond before, Francis. So it's all about self-sustainability. Like I said all night, self-sustainability and autonomy. So if you're addicted to anything, then you're dependent. So it's all about understanding the philosophy internally in all aspects and living it. That's being involuntarious, or having the awakening in consciousness to operate at higher levels of love and empathy and compassion more of the time, and that's being a source being. And you can do that from just experiential tools that you can learn to own yourself. Okay, thank you, Francis. Good night, dear. Great to meet you. Bye. She's gone. Cool. Who's next with a question? Comment.
I'm just trying to get your information so I have it, so that way I'm copying it.
Yeah, cool, man. Do it. Chat is there. All info is in the chat. I guess when they make this for the subscribers, they'll put it in there for folks also.
Well, what's your Facebook?
Facebook is the first word. Adam N. Williams. You won't even need to type in Williams. Just type in Adam space N period space, and it'll come up with first guy with my picture.
I have a question for you, Adam.
Please.
I know Bitcoin's taken off, but what other crypto do you believe is going to climb the charts? Ethereum?
So great question. So,
very similar. That's exactly right.
There's two things to do with crypto.
6 minutes until all the liquid has
First is to handle your FOMO, which is your fear of missing out. Fear of missing out will completely sabotage all investing strategies because it makes you completely stupid. And when things are going up, you're sad that you didn't invest, and when you go down, you're happy you didn't invest, and you don't do anything. It's just complete. Just stop doing that. Don't have it.
you.